Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to this week update on our instrument. Of course, we're starting with Dxy as usual. This is monthly time frame. And I want you to pay attention and see what else do we have in this market. Now, we had seen that the DXY had been going to the downside, and we're seeing the monthly close here, which has closed with a full body. And with that, we are yet to see the rejection and reaction from the bulls. But we may be seeing, like when you see things like this, weak means reactions, the warning sign that you want to reverse, and eventually it's reversed. Here also can see those pin bar. They are first indication of rejection. Even when the price was correcting to the upside here, you can see clear rejection from the upside to the downside by the bears, forcing price down. So we're yet to see that. And if you look at this point here, you see those rejection there, which is a warning sign that price may be going to the upside. Of course, it's corrective. So these are things that we also look for. That's on the monthly. So if you go on the weekly, we are yet to hit at least 100% extension, because that is the minimum we should expect the way the structure had played out. That is going to extend beyond 100, then you have to take it as you see it. But for now, any serious trader shouldn't, go beyond 100%. You must watch for reactions if you get one or not before. So we are expecting that price may still, tick 95 area. We are almost there. We are almost there. Looking at the weekly time frame, this week so far, we have seen that this pin bar, was what some pullback from the bears, but these are yet to close. Yesterday, Friday, was a bank holiday with nothing to note, probably no activity. And from the weekly time frame, we are yet to see, of course, it's looking like an ending structure here on this fifth wave to the downside. Any way you want to look at it, this looks like a 1 and a 2 here. And this looks like the third wave to me. Probably we are seeing the fourth wave in the making and the fifth wave to run to the downside. That's what I could see here from the weekly time frame. But the daily time frame could put it in better perspective. If you look at it, the daily time frame on the DXY. So on the DXY, after this fourth wave, so we can see something that looks like a 1 and a 2. Now, I might not think that this is the third wave and the fourth wave and the fifth wave. If that is the case, then price should be going to break at least this. So we might be having a 1-2-1-2 scenario, not until we break this. So I don't expect price to take 99,460 for now. So this looks like a 1-2, and this might also be a 1-2 scenario for wave 3. So if it's a 1-2 here, it's either that this one is a third wave of a wave 3, and for us to have a fourth wave of a wave 3. because wave 3 might just be the longest, even in this ending structure. So I don't know if you're getting the point I'm trying to make here. So I still think that we are somehow in wave 3. We are somehow in wave 3, a 1-2, a 1-2 scenario. Of course, this may end with 3, but for wave 5, it won't look appropriate even in an ending structure, because wave 3 is not the shortest. So that's the where the thing is. It's not the shortest. So this for now appears short if you compare with this, or almost the same. And this wave 5, it's now going longer than probably any of them. So technically, if you want to look at it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you may see it's ending, but I don't see that. I am seeing that wave 3 is becoming a little extended. So in that kind of a scenario, we might see a 1-2 and a 1-2. So if this one pulls beyond a retracement of this particular wave to the downside by more than a 50 or 40, let's say 40, then we will see it as a 1-2 and a 1-2. But if not, it could now be a 1-2 or with 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. We may see a 3-5 formation. Then we'll look at the main 4 of this wave. The main 4 of this wave, if we take this as a 2, the main 4 a 50. So you can do all those parameters and plot them and see where it's going to get to. But I still believe that after this correction is done, we have one more push to the downside. It's either we go up one more time, then do the last push. That is what I think is going to happen. Then we'll finish up that wave, then we bounce up. That is what I am seeing here, without too much of explanation. So in that light, if you go to 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame, these at, tested this resistance now. Now, if the price will go down to break this and break this, price breaking 96,600 means that we are going bearish again. But otherwise, if we begin to push up from here, then we are going to have a WXY. So which means all of this becomes a W to this point, A, B, C of a W. Probably this is an X, and we are seeing an A, B, C to the upside of a Y. So that also is possible, not until this price, breaks the low of 96,600. So, but anyhow you look at it, is either we correct one more to the upside or we break that from here. And with that break, it's going to be a sharp break, just like what you are seeing here. Once we have that sharp break to the downside, that would mark the end of that move to the downside, and we should expect price to begin to at least go to the upside. Now, looking at euro dollar, we expect the same on euro dollar. It's an inverse. Yeah, price breaking this area for now. If price should break up 1800, price breaking above 1800 means that we are ready to go back to the upside. Otherwise, it will still be the same, like we saw this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 2 here for a leading diagonal here in this with 5. So 1, 2, and that this is another 1, 2. So if we are going to have another 1, 2, then it's going to be a deeper correction, which looks not likely in this case. So what we should be expecting is, if this is not the end of this correction, then we should be expecting a a double correction or a 7 swing here, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then we go up. So if we break above here, 1800, then we are ready to go back to the upside. But if the price will break low again, then that will be a 7 swing. And we'll look at where, at least probably to test this low. To test this low here, price may be testing this low here. That's about 1600 or 700 area. Price may test that, or better still, come to this area between 16,700 and 16,150. Yeah, area 700 150 area. If price could do that, but of course, the corrective format here will tell you where price may get to. Of course, we can have that correction, or price may just continue to go to the upside. But what we see here, what I can tell you, price is not ready to fall from here. That is what I can see. With this move so far here, price is not ready to fall to change the trend. And that's one I can say. Price may correct one more before one sharp movement to the upside. Then we have the change of that trend. But for now, price is not ready. Price still has one more to go. Now, if you look at pound USD, the pound USD, though, gave us this sharp movement. We need to see how price would engage here. Will the price still go up to break the top? It's possible. And if we have more corrective, lines to the upside, price may break down again. So it may just be, if you look at daily time frame here, what it does, it tell us, yeah, it's a move, but not just enough, not until we break this level. So once we break 133,700, then that will confirm that this is ready to go to the downside. But for now, it's still testing around this support here. We need to break this support here before we 33,700 before we say we want to move to the downside. But for now, we have to wait. Let's look at the weekly. What's the mood? Probably a doji. Yeah, we need this to close. We need to see a follow-up or a follow-through to break this low before we agree that there's going to be a change of trend. Otherwise, price may still go up, break up one more time before the downward push. So that's on the pound USD. So NZD USD, what do we have? NZD USD is still slightly bullish. You can see the closure of this. So I still see price breaking up one more time, before probably we have a much more bigger correction. So this still looks like a recipe for an A, B, and a complex C to break this low. We might be seeing, move to break this low one more time before we go up. On the USD JPY, dollar yen, we say, looks like we have hit this and the price is not going to go up again. We may be going down to break this low. If we look at the daily time frame, what do we have? We are still yet to break this low here. We need to break this low. We need to take it out. So we've seen this move, the WXY here. Then this also looks to be giving us a sort of a triangle. It may just be, I think the triangle almost is out of the way when we broke this level here. So we might be seeing this move as an ABC here. It might just be ABC, and the price is pulling more to the downside. But with the daily close here, this price reaction, if we correct to the downside, then we're going to have one more pushed up before we fall. So that's what it's looking like. We may correct more to the downside without taking this low, then we get one more push before the fall. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame of what is giving us. The 4-hour time frame. Yeah. So this is moving to the downside. This can go up correctively. It seems it's going up correctively. We may see one more push downside. If that is pushing and pushing harder to break this low, then we might just continue to, we may have finished this as an A, B, and a C. So that is possible. Otherwise, we need to see what it will give us here, because this may go up to take the top before coming down. Otherwise, they may continue to go. If this one turns out to be more corrective, then one more push to the downside, then we'll see what happens. Then we need to see let's look at Euro Yen on the weekly. Euro Yen on the weekly. Euro Yen on the weekly, we are seeing that the price still looks bullish, but with some loss of momentum, you have to be very careful. Even though it's going to close here like a bullish candle, we have to be very careful what this is going to give us. But it's not apparent yet, but we are seeing this deviation here. RSI, what does it give us? Okay, RSI. In contrast to this, we may have seen like an A, B, C here, and this will be turning down here. So an A, B, C, or A, then the B in the middle, and this is a C. So we need to see more from here. Let's look at the daily. What information can we gather on this? Now, the information we can gather, this is not yet ready, but it's almost ready to fall. It's almost ready to fall. I think there's still one more push to the upside, then the fall will come. Let's look at 4-hour time frame. This looks like an ending structure to me. Once we break the trend the line to the downside, then the price may fall. It's an ending structure of the 5th wave. So let's look at it. Yeah, it's looking like an ending structure of the 5th wave. This is seen as the 4th wave here. For me, this is like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 of wave 1 here. Then ABC of wave 2. That's what it looks like to me. So at the end of the day, a wave 1, a wave 2 of the ending structure. Look at it again. After this 4th wave, A, B, C. That's of wave 1. 1, 2, 3 of wave 1. A, B, C of wave 2. Then we are seeing 1, 2, 3 of a wave 3. Will this be a wave 4? It's not impossible. If we see this, it might give us a small zigzag without breaking the top. It might just come a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. And all of this, of course, may be a wave 4, depending on what we see. So we probably still see, if we don't break up and we come down, we need to see one last impulse to the upside before we come down. So that's what it looks like. So if this will go to break the top, then we are going to come down. But if this will come down correctively, one more push, then we come down. So we are in the last wave here. Then gold. The last is gold. monthly time frame on gold, what do we have? Monthly time frame of gold, we can see the first this month that is more, of consolidation that we are seeing here. Overall is still bullish, even though this one closed, is still overall bullish. Like we have a monthly close here. Eventually the price push up, push up. Here also 2 monthly close bearish, which is some major correction, and the price push up. So we have seen this close, but not until we take the low of 31.20, then we are not changing anything here. So on the weekly time frame, so what do we have on gold? We still believe that we are not done. We are still pushing up. And this is seen as the fourth wave to the downside, an ABC. And this also gave us an ABC. And this comes to the downside with this reaction. Like I did say last week, that I would expect if you're going to sell, without breaking this area, you can look for a sell, but you have to be very careful. You have to also look at what the lower time frame is saying. The price is being able to push to this area to break this and come in this area where we expect that price may sell. But you need to see what structure you are looking at on the lower time frame before you sell this. It's a sell area really, but it could have been a consolidation around this area and we are pushing to the upside. So what do we have on the daily time frame? You have to be very careful. You don't just go blindly to sell. Now, looking at the daily time frame, now this still looks to me like an ABC, and that may end the move there, and this has pushed up, breaking this top. That's one thing that should signal warning to us. Breaking a B wave here to the upside is one thing that should clearly give us a signal that this thing looks more bullish and less likely to do a double to the downside with this break, though we cannot rule it out. But again, this clearly had gone down in 3 waves. Like here, A, B, and the C part in 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. So this looks overall like a 3-wave structure, like a 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't look like a 5 waves. And the move to the upside is really more bullish, though it's a daily time frame. Now, we didn't actually break this. We just kissed this area. Technically, still tell me that we may be having a 1 and a 2 and to push up. But let's look at the 4-hour time frame to catch the mood. And that's what we need to see. So let me zoom out for us to see. Now, zooming out, we may be in an upper triangle. If you draw the top here to top here, and we may be in that wedge of a triangle, and you draw this low to catch this low. So the all of this may actually be an ABC of an A. This may be a B, a C, a D. If we finish a D, we may be coming to the downside. That's one way of looking at it. To form an E, then we break up. That's one way to look at it. Looking at this as a bearish scenario, it's less likely, like I said, that this move to the downside is not 5 waves. It's not 5 waves. It's not a 5 waves. If you're not careful, you count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not 5 waves. It's clearly an ending structure of this wave. Then this is the second wave you can see here. So this second wave you can see here. So 1, 2 of the B, and the B is completed here. Then we now have the C. The C wave is 1, 2, 3. It's not 5. So yeah, so 1, 2, 3. So this is A wave of C, B wave of C. Now the C wave of C is 5 waves. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the C wave of, so this looks corrective and it's not impulsive. That is what I can see. Now, if I zoom in, the move here had broken this B wave. It's also a clear indication of an upward swing. So, and this looks 5 waves to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking this out. So this looks rather impulsive, and 5-wave structure is one of the first indication that the price may go up. So we need to see this correct in 3 waves to the downside. So of course, this may have finished the whole whole movement to the downside here with 1, 2, 3. But if it's just a 1, 2, 3 of an A, this may be a B without taking this top, then the price may give us one more leg to the downside before we go up. So without breaking price, without breaking 32.74, we may see upward movement. So if I were you, I would look for price. If it's going to break down again, try to catch, a buy from low here because of the nature of this wave. So with that, I've come to the end of this update. Do like, share, and comment. Also encourage others to subscribe. Yeah, and if you are watching me for the first time, please do subscribe and like my page. Bye.